Now we move to the second subtopic, types of data. We completed introduction to RDM. We are moving ahead with types of data. We classify them into two types. One is static data, another is market data. Static data means data that doesn't change often. Name, phone number, address, PAN card details, Fed card details in US, India, Aadhaar card details, citizenship details, all this. Bank account number. Then what is market or streaming data? This also I'll call you live data. This is information on real time. When I say what is the price of Reliance at present in market hours, it is live data, market data, streaming data. You can also call it dynamic data because it keeps changing. Data that changes on real-time basis, market timing. So static data remains same, does not change often. Market data is real-time. It changes in India between 9:30 a.m. to 3:30 p.m. price of securities. In America, Indian Standard Time 7:30 p.m. to 1:30 a.m. Canada 8 p.m. Indian Standard Time to 2 a.m. So like that, please understand market data is dynamic, keeps changing. Static data change? No, not often. Not often. Market data and static data, please understand, static data is used for compliance. Market data is used for compliance also, analysis also, trading also, and obviously risk management also. Now I'll just tell you a very small thing. Dollar price to rupee, 88 rupees in March, 85.40 paisa in April. This is called live data. It changes every day in working hours. Why is static data required? Because of STP, straight through processing. That's why you require static data. Static data is somewhere where compliance measurements are there. Regulators have a right to ask you, give this information. You must have. You can't say, I don't have Aadhaar card of client. I don't have PAN card of client. I don't have PAN number of client. I don't have bank account number of client. How are you dealing? Remember this. This is a static data which SEBI pulled out and put Sahara behind bars. Sahara became Bay Sahara because of that. Its static data was bunch of lies. These are some of the things which we will discuss here. List of counterparty static data. You should have name, address, contact details. What is the limit? SSI means standard settlement instructions. How do client want to settle? How the amount is to be credited? How it is debited? Date of account setup. When you onboard it, type of institution, whether it's individual, HUF, company, private limited, foreign company, FPI, FII. Tax status, will it pay tax here? Will it pay there? What are the concessions? Are we having any treaty? Are we having any DTAA, double taxation avoidance agreement? Registered representatives. Does Amazon have its own presence in India? No, it is RR. Registered representatives or authorized representatives. Flipkart, now it belongs to Walmart. Now it no longer belongs to Sachin Bansal and Binny Bansal. So in that case, there are registered representatives who are accountable in absence of them because they are in foreign countries. Confirmation details like email and etc. Now I want you to understand here, how do I open a counterparty account? A client walks in your office with documents, or he sends all documents on mail. That time, middle office or back office of investment bank does not help. It is front office. And front office is represented by sales staff. What they will do is, they will collect all the documents and forward to middle office. So step one is front office will make a mail to middle office. Here are the documents. Please confirm. Middle office will forward them to compliance department. That compliance department, please help us. Can we open the trading account, demat account of this person? Can we open the demat account? Yes. Compliance department says, wait, let me check the accuracy. Let me check the PAN number credentials. I don't trust the PAN number till I check on system. I want to check the Aadhaar details. I want to check the address. I want to check the documents. Compliance takes its time. If there are any lapses, if there are any genuine issues, compliance says, middle office, please get back to the client and get the verification done. That's what you see in the step 4. So what is step 1? Front office mails. What is step 2? Middle office tells compliance. What is step 3? Compliance verifies. What is step 4? If there are lapses, middle office tells client to rectify. And everything once done, or if there are no lapses, client is onboarded by RDM team. RDM, reference data team. So once again, let's revise that. Very simple. If someone comes to you and tells you, I want to open a demat account, step 1, front office mails to middle office, please verify the documents. Step 2, middle office forwards them to compliance team with proper docket. Step 3, compliance team verifies accuracy. If there are lapses, step 4, middle office gets back to client. Here remember this, compliance office does not contact client, it is middle office. And step 4 में क्या होता है? Whatever papers are missing. Now you may say, what papers? Suppose 4 people are staying in house, agreement of rent or ownership has only 2 people names, then other 2 people don't have any proof. So they'll have to have a relationship proof. And relationship proof can be proved by certain other documents. So those have to be presented. And after compliance office is satisfied, step 5 will take place. There goes a mail from RDM team. You are onboarded. Welcome. Now the same client says, I opened a demat account with you. I want to open a trading account. Same client. Now you don't have to worry much because his KYC is done. You have verified everything. Compliance office is done. So here what happens, front office says, please open the trading account. Middle office tells RDM. RDM says, we will check the documents, deposit checks, everything. Tells middle office if any signatures are pending, because it's a big booklet. 20 plus signatures are there in India. To be exact, 27 signatures are obtained sometimes by certain broking houses, certain investment banks. 27. Minimum or 20. People just say, cross hai udhar sign kar do. That's not the way. You should understand what you are signing. Please understand this. It takes time, but please understand it. So, middle office will get the signatures done if there are any issues, and then tell RDM team. RDM team will not verify further because he's already a client, and onboard the client. Now, a question that will come to your mind is, why RDM team does not do KYC? The thing is, it's not required. How many times you'll do KYC? Please understand this. It's only once in the same duration, because there's a gap of 1 or 2 days. Once you open a demat account, client will come to you for trading account. Only demat kya karega? Trading is must. Coming to a new term, standard settlement instructions. Here, how will you settle? Are you going to settle by cash? Are you going to settle by stock? Or is it DVP? What is DVP? Delivery versus payment. And I will suggest IBs should implement this. Why DVP? There is no risk of default. I don't deliver you till you pay me. So these things should be very clear when you are trading with the client. Do not ever keep anything hidden. Conditions apply. No conditions apply. DVP is an ideal situation, delivery versus payment. Keep it simple. Whether client wants to settle in cash or stock or DVP. Now here it goes. There will be SSI. What else you will be telling? When you will settle, bank details, and who are the custodian. Here is the example. Client sends a mail, middle office tells RDM, RDM will add the instructions. See, please remember this. This is must. Everything is done on email. This really simplifies the process. How simple it is. What are the instruments in static data? You can see here types of instrument here for currency, maturity date, alternative external references, exchanges for currency, exchange rate, and coupon dates. Coupon means interest basically. All of you are aware of what is the meaning of coupon. Coupon means interest. Coupon rates means interest rates. This is what I was talking about when I told you 500325, 500470. This is the way where RDM plays a very big role. Yes. SIN, securities identification numbers. These are various security identifiers. It can be symbol, oblique ticker, oblique stock symbol. We'll be studying them. It can be ISIN. It can be CUSIP. It can be SINs. It can be SEDOL. It can be Valerin. It can be RIC. It can be Bloomberg ID. I don't want to open the abbreviations at present. These are abbreviations. Like ISIN is International Securities Identification Number, followed at NSC. But let's understand them that these 8 are the security identifiers which you will deal with in your RDM jobs. And when you deal with them, you should have basic knowledge of them. So when you have basic knowledge of them, how will you deal with them? That what are they and why are they formed? It's a must. It's a must. Here it goes. First is symbol. It's a unique identifier used to represent particular security. You can see here, and we'll further take it. Here it goes. IBM is a listed company. General Electric is a listed company. Microsoft is a listed company. Every listed security has a unique ticker symbol, facilitating vast array of trade orders that flow through financial markets every day. Now the thing is, I'll just tell you, sometimes what happens, a small group of, numbers are there, you can easily remember symbols. But if large number of companies are there, it's very difficult. So that's why this is limited to few companies. I know the logo of Reliance. I know the logo of Tata Steel. I know the logo of Kotak Mahindra and Axis. But probably if I go after 5,000 companies, it's not possible. So this security identifier is limited to certain scripts and certain companies. Do we use them in India? No. Do we use them in America? Very few. Is that popular? Not at all. Why are we studying? We are studying because we should know that this methodology is there. We cannot leave anything to chance. Suppose due to artificial intelligence, maybe this methodology is also adopted. It's a welcome move. Second is what I told you, ISIN, International Securities Identification Number. It's used worldwide, very popular. National Stock Exchange uses that. It is assigned to securities. What are they? They are 12 character alphanumeric code. I'll not go into US, we'll come to it. It is basically first India and UK which use ISIN maximum. US also uses it, but US has two, ISIN and CUSIP. I'll go to that later. So please remember this, ISIN of Reliance, if you type, you will get it on your Google. It's a 12-digit, 12-character alphanumeric code, where first two characters are country, IN means India. Here it goes. 12 characters are divided like this. 2 characters are country code, 9 characters are local identifier, 1 character is a check digit, which is at random. 0 to 9 mein any one digit is allotted as check digit. This is done by system. So ISIN, if anybody asks you, worldwide popular, very, very popular. How many characters? 12. 2 is country code, 9 is local identifier, and 1 is a check digit, total 12. Amazon, you can see, starts with US, that is United States. Then there is a 9-digit code which is given to them, and then there is a check digit. US 0495 804 851. Usme last, that 1 is a check digit. 9 numbers which are there are CUSIP, and first 2 are characters representing country. So if I want to check ISIN of India company, it will start with IN. Canada will start with CA. UK will start with UK. Sweden will start with SW, like that. And ISIN is very, very popular. As you can see, 2-letter country code. Code is assigned according to location of company's head office, which country you are in. Especially for Europe and SEDOL, they are unique in every country. Who assigns this 9-digit code? Because first 2 are assigned by the country itself. Last one is a check digit. So 9 jo center mein hai, who gives that? This is given by National Securities Identifying Number. There are agencies which are also called NNA, National Numbering Agency. We have in India at Hyderabad. Now what happens is, I'll tell you, sometimes certain countries are very small. They cannot afford to have NNA, such a big infrastructure. So what worldwide agencies have done is, they have requested that every big country can help 3 more countries. For example, if Bangladesh, Nepal and Philippines say, we want help, India can. India, what it will do is, they will allot them NNAs. So 1 country can help 3. You will be surprised. Second largest economy of the world, China, does not have NNA. It is there with Hong Kong. And they have a cluster. Hong Kong, Taiwan and China stock exchanges are given NNA by Hong Kong. China ka bas nahi. India is helping Bangladesh, Nepal and Indonesia. Malaysia and Philippines have requested India to add them. Because maximum you can take 1 plus 3. Remember, this is NNA, National Numbering Agency, can help 3 more countries. So basically you understood here, first 2 are country character, 9 are numbers, which is also called CUSIP, and last is a check digit, ISIN, International Securities Identification Number. Look at the places it is there. Everywhere. Whether you go to North America, South America, Africa, Middle East, Europe, Asia, Australasia. Australasia is a continent. Australia, New Zealand, all will come here. Everywhere ISIN is there. As I told you, 3 neighboring individual NNAs work together. These are various countries which help. Nothing much to be read about these. ISIN for India is managed by SEBI, our regulator of capital market, Securities and Exchange Board of India. History of ISIN, just for our knowledge purpose. They were used first in 1981, but they got recommendation by G30 in 1989. And a year later, ANNA, ANNA, basically Association of National Numbering Agencies, was formed. These are just a basically history. Here comes CUSIP. CUSIP is used mainly in two countries, Canada and United States. They cover consistency and expertise. They identify, then they standardize, and they classify. What is CUSIP consist of? 9 digits are CUSIP. Are they very useful? ISIN. Please remember this. Highest lead is taken by ISIN. CUSIP Global Services, if you can see here, also provides SINs. CGS International Numbering System. CUSIP Global Services International Numbering System is called SINS. 1 million global instruments are listed under it. But look at the comparison in where CUSIP Global Services ISINs are there. It is 4 million. 1 million is 10 lakhs. 4 million is 40 lakhs. CGS identifiers, they support. There is a lot of efficiency for clearance and settlement. So what happens is there are no defaults. There is a perfect coordination. And definitely it allows market participants, custodians and sub-custodians can easily communicate. Depositories accurately manage the transactions. Look at the way CUSIP works. As I told you already, 9 digit. 9 character here, basically 9 digit. You saw that of Amazon. And CUSIP mein there is no country code, there is no check digit, only CUSIP. And as I told you, CUSIP, if anybody asks you in your interviews, is limited only to 2 countries, Canada and US, which incidentally are the first 2 letters of CUSIP. C, Canada, U, US, even though it doesn't come in that abbreviation. CUSIP International Numbering System, SINs, basically how they operate. They operate, if SINs are used, then there is a country, first letter will be added. This is SINs, and this is separate from CUSIP. We did ISIN, we did symbol, we did CUSIP, now we are doing SINs. So when I say SINs, basically here there is a country letter followed by issuer code, then issue. Here comes the last check digit. Again here CUSIP SINs has 9 characters, alphanumeric code, starting from a country, ending with check digit. But यहाँ पर 2 letters नहीं है. Country is only 1. Please remember, there is only 1 letter. When I say ISIN, it is represented by IN, India, US. There comes the next slide, which says CGS ISIN, which is very, very popular. And how many countries it is there? More than 100. How many NNAs are there? You can see here, 78 recognized national numbering agencies. They are responsible for ISIN growth and development. CGS ISIN, again same here, 12 characters. Here again country code will be having 2 letters. Country code will be having 2 letters. So you did symbol, ISIN, CUSIP, SINs. Now I move to the 5th identifier, SEDOL, Stock Exchange Daily Official List. Stock Exchange Daily Official List, SEDOL. It's a 7-character identification. Where is it used? United Kingdom, LSE, London Stock Exchange. SEDOL is used for both listed and unlisted instruments. But even though I'll tell you, UK also uses ISIN. SEDOL is their system. And UK ISINs are in addition to universal SEDOL codes. Each SEDOL provides comprehensive data, and please remember the full form SEDOL, Stock Exchange Daily Official List. The 7-character SEDOL has 2 parts. 6th place is alphanumeric, 1 is a check digit. And there were certain technical issues with Ireland, which has opted out now of UK. SEDOL basically are using trigger for the corporate headquarters details, merger acquisitions, company name, etc. LSE allocates SEDOL on live basis, that is real-time basis. It reduces trade failures. Next one is Valerin. When I say Valerin, Valerin is responsible for Switzerland, Swiss security measures. But again here I'll tell you, there also ISIN is used. But we should have local identifiers also. That's the reason why we have divided and taken up all 8 which are available in the world. So what happens here is Valerin helps, and it is from 6 to 9 digits, not characters, 6 to 9 digits. Valerin basically is a founding member. Now nobody is using much because highest usage is again ISIN, I repeat. And similar to CUSIP. CUSIP is 9 digit. Valerin maximum companies are in 9 digits. But it is a range of 6 to 9. That's why I told you. Very important, but you'll have to shell a lot of money to purchase them. RIC. Reuters Instrument Code. Thomson Reuters. Here, the typical thing is 2 parts. Like for example, first part represents company. Second part represents stock exchange on which it is listed. For example, if I say Microsoft, its primary stock exchange is Nasdaq. So what you will do is, you will take this in 2 parts. Microsoft, first part in RIC, Reuters Instrument Code is MSFT. That's the Reuters Instrument Code, .OQ. OQ is National Nasdaq. So MSFT.OQ. If I take up Reliance, Reliance will be represented as RELI, RELI .NS. What is NS? National Stock Exchange. So basically, Reuters Instrument Code divides the coding into 2 parts. First 4 letters are company, stock exchange. Again, I repeat, Microsoft, MSFT, .OQ. If it is Reliance, RELI, RELI, .NS. You can see here, basically, first part is a symbol, second part is an exchange. So just remember this. See Microsoft, here it is MSFT.OQ. Reliance, RELI.NS. Then there is one more code, security identifier, BBGID, Bloomberg Global ID. Again, you have to purchase that. Bloomberg is an old company from 1981 into financial software, data and media. All of you are aware of this name. It gives, like ISIN, 12-character alphanumeric code. The biggest thing is it has provided a data bank of 852 billion potential numbers. So gives global coverage, very useful, very helpful. But again, as I told you, most popular is ISIN. I'll repeat that very clearly. Why do people don't trust RIC and BBGID? The basic reason is These are corporates, professionals. So what happens is proprietary issue comes. Bloomberg is itself a separate company, private company. Same happens here with Thomson Reuters. You imagine if you are watching a particular channel owned by an industrialist, what will be your expectation? There will always be a disclaimer that those companies which are discussed, suppose if they are discussed, there will be a disclaimer that this same company owns that company or is an operating control. I don't want to name anybody, but the same issue comes with Bloomberg and Thomson Reuters. Proprietary issues come because their decision making can affect. They cannot be impartial. They will be partial. Limitations, as I told you, then there are obviously certain limitations like your credibility also is affected if you are going to favor some groups, not to name any. We are not into politics, we are into economics. To wind up further is market data which is associated with products. As I told you, market data is also called real-time data, streaming data or dynamic data. It keeps on changing. Data providers also give pricing services. Open price, high price, low price, closing price of week, month, year, years, intraday price, real-time market price, weekly price. And in world, how many markets are there? If I add all the types of markets, commodity, bullion, stock market, energy exchanges, there are 120. Here you can see very quickly for reference, intraday prices are mentioned. Then there are common stock. Common stock is equity shares, preferred stock, option future contract data, bonds data. Then there is preferential data, loan capital data. Everything is provided by data providers. ETF, forex rates, market indices, economic indices, data items. Coming to pricing of OTC securities, OTC is over the counter and their bulletin board is prepared. This all information is available. What is the hierarchy where you provide in OTC? First you give common stock data, then rights shares data, warrants data and units data. And this depends how it is given on OTC bulletin board. This is being shared. There is also ADR. All of you are aware of what is ADR, American Depository Receipt. If an issue is listed and this data is provided. Preferred stock is preference shares. That's with, and the topic here, we'll be taking the next topic, functions of reference data management.